Hey guys, this is day 30. This is our last session together on this journey. I do hope that you managed to follow through all the way through the different routines and you feel confident with this last day's session, that you already mastered that movement daily can really help you on your journey. So let's start in a child's position, your last day together in this 30-day moving yoga movement. So turning over into a child's pose. Bring your knees a little bit into an open position, big toes together. You might let your hips come down towards your heels and reach your arms out to start to discover a lovely stretch down the front body. If you do find that you need to rest your hands underneath your forehead, that's totally fine too. And once you've made contact with the ground, let yourself breathe gently, feeling that support that you have that's coming from the earth. Feel supported and grounded. Allow yourself to find a little bit of peace as you're taking your breath deeper and deeper. Our final affirmation is one of my personal favorites. It is very powerful, and I do believe that repeating this to yourself daily can really make a difference in your life. Positivity is a choice. I choose to be positive. Positivity is a choice, and I choose to be positive. Shutting out the negative comments in my life can really make me realize the little things, bringing gratitude, compassion into my life. Taking one more inhale. And then as you exhale, gently lift yourself up. Draw your hands underneath your shoulders and find your knees underneath your hips. Anchor your elbows down just in front of your fingertips. And if you feel ready, extend your right leg out to the side. So let the right foot gently touch out to the side. Make sure that you've got plenty of space in your mat. The foot is in line with your hip. Do a little stretch on the outer or the inner thigh. Take an inhale to reach your left arm towards the ceiling, noticing that twisting the spine. And then exhale to reach the right arm underneath the left, letting the shoulder relax in towards the ground. Feel a little stretch in the inner thigh and in the shoulder at the same time. You may decide to reach the arm out in front of you, or you might take half a rep, bringing that top right hand behind you, or finding the opposite thigh. So let's take one more inhale here together. And on your exhale, bring your right hand next to your head, gently drive out of the floor, and step your right leg to the front of your mat. So the right knee comes above the ankle. As you relax your shoulders away, find your hip flexor stretch. Allow your arms to reach on the next inhale. And then exhale to draw the arms wide and simply bring the hands out in front of you. Now make sure you feel comfortable. So you want to have a little bit of a tuck of the tail, reaching the arms out in front of you, bringing the palms facing towards each other. The hands is in line with your chest. On your next inhale, draw your right arm to the side and to the back, so you find a little twist in your body. Take an exhale to bring the hands together to the front. And just a couple more. Stay low or stay nice and grounded in your twist. Still through the upper body, through the lower body as you move through the upper body. On your last little twist, open your arms, let your elbows bend and bring the fingertips towards your temples and just find your way back to the center. So you're gonna scrunch with the left elbow towards the right knee. As you bring the elbow towards the knee, look towards the front and come on back to center, shoulders above the hips. Take a little twist from the belly button, feel a little crunch and engagement in the side body and obliques. So if you can't quite crunch across, crunch away the opposite direction. So right elbow to right knee, left knee. Coming back to center, relax your hands down towards the floor. You might need to wriggle that right foot a little further forward And draw that right leg back for a little stretch in the back of that leg. Point your toes up. Maybe manually use your hand to gently draw the foot towards you. And then feel the stretch right down the back of that leg. Stay here for about 3 more breaths. If you do find that this position is not the most comfortable for your knees, please make sure you pat it under. And you might come up a little higher and just rest in. Maybe a little tip forward from the hips. You already feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Great, wherever you are, take one more inhale, and as you exhale, bend your knee. Bring both hands to the inside, step back, knees underneath your hips, reach your hands just a little further forward, and allow your shoulders to come forward, body weight above your hands. Maybe the hips come towards the ground, you maybe find an extension in a high cobra as you lift your eye gaze towards the ceiling. Come back towards the downward face, towards your child's pose, stretch into it. And find your full bending position back to the center. So let's repeat this sequence on the other side. Extend your left leg to the side. Reach your right arm towards the ceiling. Press down with the left hand, open. And exhale to thread the needle, right shoulder towards the ground. Maybe rest the side of the head down. Feel free to use a cushion. You're welcome to reach the arm towards the center of your mat or walk the hands over towards the right side. Or you maybe reach the arm and then finding that little bite behind your back. So bringing the hands to the lower back, maybe the opposite thigh, pulling that left shoulder away, driving the right shoulder into the floor. Experience that little stretch in your shoulder, and at the same time you got that lovely release in your inner thigh on the left side. One more breath in. Breathing out to release. Bring your left hand down next to your head. Lift yourself up. Now take your time, step your left foot forward into that lunge position. Hands either side, and let's find ourselves that lovely stretch. Maybe slide it back knee a bit further away. When you feel ready, draw the shoulders above the hips, lift up, reach your arms out in front of you, and bring the palms towards each other. So you know what we're going to do? Twists. Relax your shoulders away. Inhale, open the left arm, reach for the right fingertips, try to keep your legs still. And exhale to bring the hands together. Good. So you're going to find that as you twist, your right hand slightly edging forward. That's okay. Just try to keep the length in the spine so there's no leaning forward. There is no other rotation in the spine other than just the arm moving to the back. Great. This is your last one. Hold it here. Drive the fingers towards the temples and slowly drive back so the shoulders come back towards the center. So we're going to crunch this time, the right elbow coming towards the left knee, and then we're lifting ourselves back and up. So as you crunch this time, draw the belly to the spine, so you're going to feel that the core is engaged and the oblique starts to work. There's a rotation in your spine, and you want to engage your core to make sure that you do not hurt any part of your spine. Great. As you come back to center, draw your hands either side of the front foot. Maybe bring the foot a little further forward. So as you extend for that left leg and lift the left toes, you can find the stretch right down the back of that leg. Encourage that stretch with your hands, so you pull the foot towards you, or maybe come up higher. You can lower down and sink into it, maybe bending through the spine. Any kind of stretch that encourages the opening and stretching the back of the leg here is great. So modify if you need to. Take one more inhale, and then as you exhale, hands to the inside. Draw your left leg back. Reach your hands a little further out in front of you. Shoulders coming further over the hands and the hips sinking down. If you feel confident, keep drawing the belly button in as you find your high cobra, maybe lift the eyes. Reach back with your hips, stretch, and come back into your full bending position. Great job. Hands just a bit further forward in front of your shoulders. Tuck your toes, lift your hips and knees into your downward facing dog. We got one more round to finish our 30-day movement with yoga. So once you're ready, bend your knees. Step your right leg free. Allow yourself to stay up high this time. So we draw the shoulders away. And we come in and lifting up into your high lunge. Option is to drop the left knee back into the ground and repeat the first round. Palms facing towards each other. Open with the right arm as you inhale. Look behind you Exhale to bring the hands towards each other. Left hands coming towards the center, reach through the front, hands together, and one more time. Now stay here, fingers towards the center, face to the front. Crunch, bringing the left elbow towards the right knee, lift back up to center. 3, 2 more to go. Crunch in, obliques engage, and center, tuck the tail under. Keep breathing, stay low in the legs, hold it here. Relax your hands down towards the floor, relax the back knee down. Wiggle that right foot a little further forward and find your hamstring stretch. So you're going to draw your right leg back, turn your toes up towards the ceiling. You might be happy here for a little bit more. Bring the hands a bit closer towards your groin. And then just inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter, start to edge the foot away from you. So you might be able to come into a little bit of a deeper stretch. You might stay there and hold. Make sure you're not holding your breath. You might hold some blocks underneath your hands. And of course, if you feel flexible, you can find your full splits, eventually you get there. So you just stay here for about a couple more breaths. Whatever position you can hold, that splits, half splits, we call it Hanumana or monkey pose. Stay one more inhale, and on your exhale, we start to edge back. So we come out of this position, bringing the hands at the side of the front leg, step back, 4-point kneeling position to start first, then tuck your toes and lift your knees up into your downward facing dog. Make sure you're anchored down, straddled towards the floor. When you're ready, bend your knees, look to the front, step your left leg through into your high lunge. Feet on train tracks, pull the shoulders back, and let yourself lift. So you might have your hands on your hips to start with, then you reach your arms out to the front, palms face toward each other. Your left arm open as you inhale, look towards the left leg, squeeze the left thigh in, hug those knees in, hug the thighs in, and center. And we got 2 more. Open, hips facing forward, and look to the front. One more time, hold. Eyes back to the side, and bring the fingers to the center. Hold upper body to the center. We stay low in the legs, and we're gonna crunch. Right elbow to left knee. Lift towards the middle. Feel the crunch, feel the effort. If you need to, bend it back, knee sink a little bit low into the legs. Last one. And coming up, release your arms to the mat. Back knee down. And then maybe start to bring that foot a little further forward. You might be completely happy. You can use blocks underneath your hand. Just pull the leg back, lift the toes. This is a perfect place to be. If you like a little bit more, tuck that back to under and just try to slide the back knee a bit further to the back. You can use your hands, bring them a little closer. Position of your spine is whatever feels comfortable for you. So you can be slightly extended, maybe a little flexion. Now you're going to find that position that suits your body today. You got that lovely stretch through the front of the right leg and the back of the left leg. And we're taking about a couple more breaths in here, making sure that we're not holding our breath. It's more important that you get the right range for yourself with your breath still flowing. On your next exhale, we're going to lift out of this. So bring the back leg in, shuffle the front foot back to center, and draw ourselves back into that 4-point kneeling position. You let your hands come underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift your knees, hips up high. Take a little walk out with the legs, have yourself a little release. On your next exhale, both knees bend, lower the knees back into the floor. Now come and face me to find our twist to finish our session today. So this time, pick up your right foot and bring the right foot towards your bottom. Your right leg comes across to the outer left leg. Now if this one doesn't feel comfortable, just stay here. As you bring the right leg across, your left leg can be slightly centered, and just draw that foot as close towards your thigh as you can, keeping the toes into the ground. Sit bones anchored down, shoulders release. Your option is to stay here. If you feel comfortable to find the full form of this pose, you're going to lean towards your left side, lifting the right sit bone, and then curling that left leg in. Now, as you sit back, you should be able to put your left hip back into the ground, the left sit bone. you might need to adjust the position of your foot. So make sure that both sit bones and the big toe on your right stays down. Lift up nice and tall on the inhale. And then on the exhale, lift the right arm towards the ceiling. Circle the right arm to the back and bring the hand down behind you. Feel free to use a block underneath your hand. With your left arm, you're going to bring the left arm across and then gently finding the elbow pushing into the outer thigh. You're going to use it as a lever to push away from that leg as you twist to the back. You've got a couple of options here. Instead of the intense push with the elbow into the thigh, you can hug the knee in. Or if you're pregnant or for any reason you can't twist, please take your open twist. So you're going to twist away towards that right space. Wherever you are, make sure you find this twist through all part of the spine, so back of the neck, mid-back, lower back, upper back, all of the spots. Have a gentle twist. Every exhale, a new opportunity to go deeper. And then let it go completely. Come back to center. Lean over towards the side. Draw the feet together. Find yourself back into the seated position. Extend your legs to reset and finish on the other side. So this time, pick up your left foot, bring it in. Stay. Or pick the foot up and bring it to the other side of the right leg. Right leg slightly centered. Pull the foot in. And maybe lean in, lifting the sit bone, curling it in. Then anchoring the sit bone back into the floor as you find the big toe into the ground once again. Lift up tall as you inhale, hugging the knees in. Left arm rise. Circle as you lower down. Let the eye gaze come with you to the side. And then maybe with the right arm, we find that point where we can gently press and twist away from that front leg. Feeling a deep release on the outer thigh on the left side. Finding ourselves the twist that we can manage today. Keeping the flow of that breath. So that gentle breath is still flowing in and out through the nose. Remind yourself of the affirmation today. Positivity is a choice. And I choose to be positive. I choose to be positive. I'm not going to let myself to be let down by negative people, negative circumstances. I'm going to try and look at the bright side of things, whatever I do today. One more inhale here. Exhale to completely let go. So let yourself lean back. Bring your legs out of the pretzel and find your seated position. Lift up really, really nice and tall. If you do find that you need to have a little shake out, maybe a little whisker wiper with the legs before you settle down, that's okay. And just finding the place where you feel comfortable, whatever that is. Eyes gently closed, hands rest, spine long. Let's take 3 cleansing breaths in. Inhale and lift. Exhale, release. Inhale and lift. Exhale, open your mouth, sigh out the tension. And last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, let go. Positivity is a choice. And I choose to be positive. Bring your hands together at your heart. Once again, say thank you for your commitment throughout these last 30 days, or the 10 days, or the 5 days that you managed to do. Give yourself a big pat on the back and keep going. And just acknowledge how important a gentle physical movement and a positive mindset in your life is. On your next inhale, open your eyes, take a bow. Namaste. It has been a privilege to guide you through these 30 days. I do hope that this is really going to serve you and you might come back and revisit certain patterns that really work for you. Just remind yourself that you don't have to be perfect in any of these moves. You just have to do your best. You have to try and do the best that you can for yourself, for your mind, for your body. And that's perfectly enough. Thank you so much. Please be in touch and let me know how you're getting on, and reach out if you got any questions. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that video. For more Pilates and Yoga videos, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell button, and check out all the other content on the channel. I'll see you on the mat.